Right. Right, Watcher, here we go. Now, in the course of the last week, off camera, what I've done is had it attached to the bike. There it is. That was it in colour. These sides are much better. It's neatly blended in now. It's working well. Little drain hole under there, which is pretty good because I have the Scott oiler on. The Scott oil that's left over that accumulates in the front gearbox case, that drips onto here, rolls forward, and it drips out of a little drain hole that I've put at the lowest point at Lake Mill Hole. But there it is. Kind of shape now so far. Does the job. A couple of little bits just coming through where the paint's literally just come off because it's rubbish that I put on there. Little disc that I put on there, I just literally put a steel cover where that hole was exposing the exhaust, and where that single front pipe came down, it used to have the little bash plate over it, the little tiny sort of Y-shaped thing, and that should be protected. So I just put over the top of it this little metal plate, and I just spot welded 4 nuts onto the piece of plate cut to size, and then drilled holes in there and spot welded it on. So it's just an extra little bit that you didn't see. So that's it. So that's how it stands at this point. And what I want to do today is kind of the decoration thing. I'm going to clean it up. Once it's all cleaned up and ready to go, I'll show you what we're going to do with it. Right, the next thing's the decoration. This, honestly, I went to the bike show at the weekend and remind myself it's a rat bike. Honestly, it doesn't want to look too cool. And one of the things, one of the holy grails that any of you that have done matte blackage or whatever will know is trying to find matte black. Honestly, you can go and buy 10 tins of matte black and 9 of them are satin and the other one will be gloss, honestly. So what we've done, we found a supplier on Tinternet selling this Army issue flat black spray paint. Now it's by a company called Rapide Products. Interestingly enough, they're the people who make the £1 shop small red and black spray cans. So I don't think this is NATO standard. I do not think this is Army issue at all. I think it is probably shit because it came in at £1.30 a can. £14 for 10 tins. Now the people who sent it to us are highly clever, aren't they, Pen?
Yeah,
because
well, you had a delay.
We had a little delay. We didn't do this last week, but the people who sent it to us sent us 10 tins. We bought them on eBay, 10 tins of flat black in the search for an absolute flat black, like a blackboard paint. This is why I use blackboard paint on the Bandit, because it's the only paint I ever found to be completely flat black, not kind of satin or sheeny or gloss or crap, anything like that. And I thought, I'll give this a go, and I ordered it, and the tins turned up.
We got all excited.
NATO green. NATO green. I've got 10 tins of NATO green, and I haven't sprayed it out of the can yet. I don't even know if it's NATO green, but honestly, it was £1.30 a can. 10 tins turned up like that, and they're all green, so they're no use. And no, I'm not doing it green because I don't want a camo bike. I went back to them. Well, in fact, Madam went back to them, gave them a piece of her mind, and you don't want that. Seriously. I think the guy probably had a little cry after you finished with him, didn't he?
He did.
And he did then send us 10 tins of flat black. He did say...
He said, make me an offer on the green. So I said, a £5 to cover his postage. And he said, fine.
So basically, he sent us 10 tins for £14. He's obviously made a mistake in the packing and sent 10 tins of green. She's gone back to him and given him what for, and he said, "Oh, have it, just make me an offer." She offered him a £5.
And he said, "I'll invoice you," and I've never heard from him again.
No, we haven't heard from him since. So basically, we've got 10 tins of flat black that we wanted, but with the 10 tins of green as well, we've ended up with them 65 pence each. They're only 250ml, only tiny little tins. But we're going to give it a go. So, you know, this is live. As it's happening, will it be flat black or will it come out fucking gloss red or something usually? Right, okay, that's there so far. And in the meantime, something else that I wanted to do. I asked, right there, mind the box. Something else I wanted to do was return to Trago Mills and get some of the rather amazing super duper glue.
Super duper glue, but we couldn't get there, so we ordered it online.
We ordered it online, which is a bit shame, a bit sad, but there we are. I'd love to go to Trago Mills.
I know, we need to
come out
go.
with a wheelbarrow full of stuff for about 12 quid. It's fantastic. So what we've got, what I want to do on this is I want to create, with all the kind of detailed flat surfaces, I want to create rivets along so it looks as if it's riveted together. It's kind of a rat bike thing that I want to achieve on this at least. It may go on to the rest of the bike later, I don't know how it works on this, we'll see. So what I wanted was something that looks like a half round rivet head. And what Penny found from one of your suppliers, didn't you?
Yeah, look.
Is these. They're little plastic
plastic pearls.
Plastic faux pearl things for decorating sort of cakes, I guess, or whatever. Well, they're not edible, so not cakes, but jewellery and stuff, you know, costume jewellery. So the idea is to use that as a half round rivet head, stick them on and then spray the whole lot matte black. It might just be complete shit. This is just, honestly, do you think this is going to work? I have no idea. So the first thing is to give this a rub down, get some scuffage into it. There's a sticky section there where in the week I overfilled it with petrol. The petrol spilled out there, ran down, and it's kind of softened all this. So I want to get all the soft kind of stuff that's been affected by fuel off, rub that out of the way so that when I spray this on it doesn't bugger that up as well. That's all sticky. So I want to get rid of that, get it all sanded down, get ready, and we'll stick some of them on and see what.
You think it's not going to work?
So incidentally, this stuff, this NATO, well, it actually doesn't say NATO on it anywhere. It says Army issue, written in American cartoon G.I. Joe writing, spray paint. But it does say, it's petrol proof. So we shall see. Because if it is, I shall spray the tank in it. Done. Right, so let's get sanding. Right, don't know if this is going to work. Idea to ratification. Snip the end off the glue. Right, whether this works or not remains to be seen.
Stick your finger to it.
Oh, that's going to happen. As sure as the sun comes up. Well, the nice thing is they have a little bit of movability. Get them around the corner. This is going to look rubbish, isn't it? What do you think?
I don't know. Once it's black, it's because they're shiny.
Well, when
we shall see.
they've got a dimple in, which is quite handy. They stick quite quick. I suppose when they're all matte blacked in, it won't matter, will it? They'll all be a little bit more.
I suppose it depends if the paint chips off.
Well,
eventually.
Just spray some more on there.
Yeah.
Rat mentality. Oops. Quite enough glue on that one. This is going to be a mess, isn't it, eh? Come back in an hour and find us stuck to each other, sat in the corner with a bash plate on our head.
Shall we leave you to do some dotting?
I reckon dottage. No laughing now. Stick with me, you'll see.
I know, have faith.
And this will all get sprayed over in matte black, so...
Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm not turning into a pearly king.
Yeah. Oh, God, blimey.
I'm going to ride me bike down the old Kent Road now. Go love a duck. There you go. Pearly Rat King. There you go, Rat Queen. If you're watching, you could do this on yours and be a pearly Rat Queen. What a stupid thing this is. I'm going to knock all this off in a minute because it's just stupid. It's stupid.
We're going to be here for hours.
Going to be here for hours.
Go on, you crack on.
That's it. You get about 20 seconds to move them and then weld it on. Can't feel anything, got plastic fingers now. Right, that's it, last one, just for now. Now, stupid? Yes, of course it is. It's a bit of decoration, a bit of ratification.
It's like a cake.
Now that's just made my day. Your bike looks like a cake. That's all good. Right, the idea of this is rivets. You can see it's kind of rivet heads, taking on either, call it what you like, medieval armour, hand-beaten armour with hand-beaten rivets, or even going kind of steampunk thing, like a boiler, brass boiler sort of finish, whatever. It may be a load of crap and look rubbish, in which case just get a little toffee hammer and chip them all off, put a sander over it and repaint it. It's not going to cost anything. And it cost pence, didn't it? It's nothing.
Oh yeah, it was
literally
pence.
Pennies. I think each pack of 50.
Massive bag.
They're about a penny each, aren't they? So they just cost nothing. Great massive bag of them. And that's as many, certainly as I think it needs for now. And all I'm going to do is whack over a coat of this new black and see if it sticks and see if it doesn't lift them all off. Imagine that. You put the paint on and the chemicals in the paint lift all them, they'll slide off in the heat. We shall see. This is experiment as we go. It's just a bit of fun. This is where the fun part of ratting stuff. I've made this. It's steel. It's tough and beef. It won't go anywhere. If this looks rubbish when it's done, I'll just chip them all off. Obviously they're not staying white. Once they're all black, they'll probably look...
It will work.
You sure?
Yeah.
This is her suggestion. So we'll see if it looks any good. I said I'd do something she likes. I've got plastic fingers now. If you're going to do a burglary now, I've got thumbprints all gone. None. Right, let's get some paint sorted. Right.
That's improvement.
Bane the painter. So you'll think you can paint me? Right, let's see whether this army issue flat black is that indeed. We'll see if it dries flat back yet. If it dries all shiny, then you might be wrong. Right, I think that's that. That's it, that's all done. That's one coat. One coat. Right, let's let that dry and see if it comes out matte. Because it's definitely not matte at the minute. Right, typically, as I absolutely knew, it's not matte at all. So for all its claims of being flat back, it's as glossy as any satin you ever saw. In fact, there's quite a gloss on that. But its material, it is black and it is pretty solid. It's got a lovely plastic feel to it and it's quite robust. Feels like the tough black stuff. So it's material and it costs 60 pence a can, so 60 pence a coat costs nothing. Cheaper than the stuff you buy from health rods. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I've just put some little bits of, this is just grip fill, the stuff you stick on walls with, and it's great for filling in little pinholes in the welding, which have just appeared or exposed themselves once it's all nicely black in one colour. What do you reckon, Pen? Quite cool?
It has worked. Well,
it's
I
not
think
bad,
it
is it?
has. Some people might say it hasn't worked.
But it's just different, isn't it? There it is, something a bit unusual. Going to give it a quick rub over, just key it up and then put 6 wet coats on and let them dry for 48 hours and see if it goes matte. If it doesn't, then I'll just get some blackboard paint and put a final coat over the top. It really makes no odds. But its material didn't cost a lot, so that's a good way to do it. Give it a good sand down. That was just one heavy coat, one literal heavy coat, dried nicely. Just where little pinholes in the welds have come together, just fills them in. That's it, another one gone. Yeah, one coat cans. Right. Let's let this dry for a minute and I'll tell you what we're doing. Right, the quest for matte black continues. Hey Ben. As you can see, now that's 6 wet coats that I've put on there and all, and they matten out at all. It's kind of touch dry-ish.
It's shiny.
And by now, I mean, there's a reflection in that. That is about as matte as a bonnet of a car. So honestly, I don't know what, if anybody knows of any proper matte black that actually dries completely flat, this stuff's just rubbish. It is rubbish. I bought it for nothing. So it's just material. It's just made up some material. I want to bury these properly so they really got like they look like they're right buried in, and that's worthy. So I'm going to put a couple more coats over this, and then once it's completely dry, that'll go 24 hours. 24 hours later, once it's completely dry and I can handle it, I'll bung it on the bike, and I will give you a proper walk round to see it. What I'd like to think is then finished. I'm going to move on. Medieval thing, like I said, I like the whole concept of that kind of armour, tank armour, call it what you like. Did a similar thing on the Bandit, so it's going the same sort of way, which I like. Got the chainmail, haven't we? Chainmail is going to look good. That's going on the exhaust, so that'll pick that up quite nicely. But for now, that's that. That's the effect that I kind of wanted. I can't pick it up and show you it, but that's pretty much it. The shape's correct. The finish, I like that. It's got to get some matte black. I'll find some matte black.
It's probably banned, EU directive.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. They don't want bikes looking stealthy because they don't want you to escape the bolus. But anyway, there we are. That's that for now. Join us for the next one where I'll just actually bolt it on the bike, show you a proper walk round of it, done and bash plate finished, and I have a special request for you in that particular video as well. So join us for that. Thanks for watching. Right, see you next time.
FLE, ET41, baby, that's for